Eilish, we'll start with you. How does it feel to have won the Hall of Fame award?
I would say it's overwhelming, and it's certainly not something that I would have ever expected anybody to acknowledge. I would see my contribution to ladies football has been minimal, and I suppose I look at the people who took us to games, that filled the car and encouraged us from we were 11, 12, 13 years of age as being the most important people. And as well as that, for my parents as well, obviously I think it's a nice tribute for the likes of them, that all the work and sacrifice they made of washing kits and taking you places, that it's nice for them. But individual awards are, I suppose, difficult to accept as a GA person, because you're part of a team, you're part of a family and a club, and I suppose you don't get anything unless the collective group of people are all working for the same aim. So it's overwhelming to get, it's lovely to get, but again, it's just, I suppose, a token of everybody's work in Carrickmore and in Tyrone as well.
But when you talk about that, obviously your involvement coincided not only, I suppose, with the start of ladies Gaelic football in Tyrone, but also with a very impressive era for the club.
Yeah, 100%. And I suppose I grew up in a house with 8 brothers and 3 sisters, and your choices were to go out and try and hold your own with the rest of them, or stay inside and clean. And I suppose that shaped a lot of our football ability and skill. And then when we went to school, we played. The girls in my year were all exceptionally talented, and so we were able to mix it with the boys as best as anybody. So I suppose when we started to formally play football in '92, at whatever 11, 12, 13 years of age, then we already had a good level of skill. At that stage in ladies football, you bounced the ball twice, you didn't have to solo it. Kickouts were off the ground, you picked off the toe. But we could do the soloing because we were used to playing with the boys. So we were probably a wee step ahead of some of the older players who were maybe former camogie players going to it. So I suppose that Carrickmore team of the start that won the first Ulster title in '92, first Tyrone title, it was probably a group of girls who had grown up together and were good friends, and determination, skill, talent and friendship more than anything was probably the biggest marker of my career, was the friendships we had. And when you're friends in trouble, you help them out. And I suppose all of our teams were definitely close, and there was great camaraderie. And I think, it always told in the pitch whenever we were under pressure, everybody backed each other. Just good times.
Sorcha, obviously Eilish is your aunt. What kind of inspiration has she been for you in your career so far?
Yeah, well, I think any time we went to the pitch, it was always Eilish would have took us or started us, and main memories probably at Granny's when she took us out to hit freeze.
Mm-hmm. And Eilish, to watch Sorcha developing as not only a Gaelic footballer but a camogue as well, must make you very proud.
Listen, Sorcha and all of the players of her age group are just so incredibly talented, and they're far better than we ever were. And that's not diminishing the players of our era, but the advancements for fitness, for skill levels, with video analysis, like the talent of the girls, it's unbelievable to go and watch, like even a girls under 12 or under 14 club match. We cringe a wee bit when we look back maybe at some of our videos. So these young ones aren't looking for us for learning. They're already making their own way, and they're pushing the boundaries all of the time. And even within the last 20 or 30 years, the advancements in ladies football has been incredible. And again, there's more to go.
And Sorcha, have you watched Eilish's videos?
Yeah, I would watch a load of them now. We would have been watching them ages ago, but she would send me clips now and again and take me bits out of it and use it in today's game, and they still work.
And I suppose finally, Eilish, to have won this award, it's a nice award not only for yourself but for your family and the club as well.
100%. It's as I said, definitely overwhelming to get it, and I'd say for my own family, who probably saw me countless hours out the front street, and the neighbours would have been. I would have been out with the ball every day from I was probably 4 or 5 till I was probably 17 or 18, and it's nice to think that you can squeeze most of the potential out of your career. I definitely think I underachieved. If you're looking back on your career, you definitely could have done more. And I would say that to any of the young players now, or any player even considering retirement, is don't do those things until you're totally done, because you can't go back on it, and you'll only get one chance ever to play and to enjoy sport like that. And it's an absolute privilege to be able to take the field, particularly for my club. Those girls that I went to school with and grew up with, it was an absolute privilege to be able to play alongside them. Some of our greatest days were when we lost, and some of the best nights crack we had were when we lost, but we also had some amazing times on the pitch. And you'd be eternally thankful for that. And recently we just lost a teammate, Eleanor Fox, very suddenly, and like you could see very clearly with the wake and the funeral that camaraderie and that bond that our team had formed together. So your sporting days are just, you know, they thread through your whole life, and like people like Eleanor, just solid, salt of the earth, and like we miss her terribly, and hope in our future teams in Carrickmore we can certainly honour her as best we can going forward.